Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, July 15th, 2024. As of yesterday, we have power. It took 6.5 days. We have power, internet, Wi-Fi. So things are starting to get better after the hurricane. So I thought I would do a vlog for you and show you what I'm going to do today. I have lots of things on my schedule. First step is to get breakfast and finish shipping. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Reseller Rowboat. My name is Beth. I live in Houston and I sell mall brand clothing and appliance parts on eBay and a little bit on Poshmark. So the reason I'm doing this vlog is been gone for quite a while due to Hurricane Beryl. We did have a direct hit. I am going to be talking about that on my next live stream, which will probably be Wednesday or Thursday. And so I have a lot of things to do today, so I just thought that I would vlog them for you. So I've already done my morning maintenance routine, and that involves recording my numbers from the weekend, doing a quick reset on my eBay store, letting 30 drafts go live, setting my sales for tomorrow and my coupon for tomorrow, and sending out my buyer group coupons. I didn't send out my newsletters this morning. I need to walk my dogs. I need to go to my honey hole and get some items. I'm hoping to get about between 70 and 100 items today in 2.5 to 3 hours. Vlogging is very difficult for me because, number one, we have a small home. Everything is really open. The only rooms that have doors are the bedrooms and the restrooms. And so I cannot talk loudly like I am now because my wife is normally right there working from home. And so it's very distracting for her to hear me talking this loud. She's always going, what are you talking to me? So this is going to be a really big challenge for me. She just actually left on some errands, which is why I'm able to do this. I may have to vlog some from the bedroom, simply because I can close the door and tell you what's going on. So today, after I get back, I need to hang up about 25 or 30 pieces of clothing that I measured last night. I need to spray my fabric refresh on it. I need to do a quick steam, and then I'll just leave them hanging because that's all I'm going to be able to do today. I won't be able to photograph them until Wednesday. Possibly Tuesday afternoon when I get home from work if I'm not there very long. I have about 10 items that have been photographed I need to put into my draft bank and put them on Poshmark, and then around 4 o'clock for about an hour I will inventory items from my straight leg section. As you can see, things are still hopping here. We're having issues at the office. I'm getting phone calls. This is my life. I also do caregiving. I'm responsible for parents who are elderly, and I have responsibility for our elderly special needs dogs, which, by the way, I need to go walk them. So I'll probably talk to you a little bit from the car in a few minutes because I have a couple of issues going on in my store. A little bit. Some of them have to do with the hurricane, but some of them do not. So I'm going to go ahead and go walk those dogs. Okay, actually, this street looks amazing today. It was exactly a week ago that the hurricane hit us directly, and all the way down the street there were trees down, and some of these trees are probably over 100 years old, and so the trunks are huge. So when they cut them down and chop them up, it's just, you can hear Finney's cough. When they chop them up, I mean, they're just, look at that one right there. The tree trunks are just, they're incredible. So we don't have any trees in our backyard at this location because we have a pool, and that takes up the majority of our yard. We do have a couple of neighbors' trees that are threatening to us because they are so tall. And look at that one. And so if they ever did fall, that's one of my favorite ones over there. It's absolutely beautiful. Now these trees are very deep rooted in the ground, so they very seldom actually come out of the earth. But what does happen is the branches fall. They break off. Pine trees, of course, will unearth and completely fall over. So right here, this debris right here, this is what it looked like all the way down the street. That's just very minor. But actually, we only had a little bit of damage during a direct hit hurricane category 1. We had less damage during that than we did during the derecho on May 17th. So we were very, very fortunate. There was a big pile of debris right there. Callie loves the water puddles. She loves to run in them, but I have to be very, very careful. Also, a fence was down here. This was all where you see that right there. That was a fence that they had stacked up. Like I said, Callie loves to run in the water puddles. We still have quite a bit of standing water right here. But I don't like her to do that because she drinks as she runs. And you know, there's motor oil and stuff like that in there. So, yeah, looks like that cover got busted. Very, very minor damage. I'll show you our fence that's down when I get back. Okay, that's our next door neighbor right there. His house, and he has an electronic gate. And so when the hurricane hit, the gate was open, and so they couldn't close it because it's electric. And so I like to put the dogs in their backyard and let them run around, and so I wasn't able to do that this weekend because the gate was open and I didn't want them to get out into the street. But we have a little gate between our property and their property so that the dogs can go back and forth, but only when this front gate is closed. So that was a bummer. That's our house right there. That's my blue Bronco. Okay, this is our house right here, and oh, the yardman put the fence back up. Okay, this fence over here is down. As you can see, our yardman turned the fence sideways so that the dogs can't get out. I actually put a pool lounge chair across the entrance. There's a terrace, I don't know what you call that thing, but like a trellis on the other side, and I put a pool lounge chair across it so the dogs couldn't get out to the street. And we live off of a very, very busy road, 3 houses down, so we don't want them to get out in the street. They won't go very far, but it doesn't take them long to get, you can hear the traffic. It doesn't take them long to get to the busy street, so they've never gotten out at this location, thank goodness. Here are my orders going out for the weekend. It looks like more than it is because I have 2 large boxes that have appliance parts in them. I'll put on the screen what my gross sales were. I only had 1 Poshmark sale this weekend. The rest were eBay. It was just an average weekend, somewhere between $300 and $400. to give a big shout out to my new subscribers. Thank you so much. Hit 1,000 subscribers before the hurricane. I really appreciate it. If you like this kind of content, please hit the thumbs up and comment below. Also, please consider using one of my Amazon affiliate links. All you have to do is just click it, shop like you normally would for your home or business, and Amazon will give me a small kickback. I'm supposed to be buying my GoPro this week on Amazon Day, the 16th or 17th. Not sure that's going to happen. I'm still doing research on which one to buy. So I wanted to talk while I'm in the car and have some time to myself about a couple of issues that have happened since I talked to you last. The most recent one was due probably to the hurricane. Anything that I shipped out on Friday the 12th was scanned backwards. It was scanned as delivered in Houston at a mailbox when it should have said received at the post office. So on Friday, I started getting messages that evening. Hey, I don't live in Houston. It shows my item was delivered in Houston. I live in California. I live in Nashville, blah, blah, blah. So I told them, like I always do, but I just added a little bit more. Please be patient. We had a hurricane. People are stressed. They obviously scanned it as delivered instead of received. And as soon as the item gets to its next location, it will be scanned correctly. And one of the customers that I messaged that day, when I woke up this morning, she'd opened up a case against me, saying that the item should have delivered in Houston, she doesn't live in Houston, and she wants her money back. She obviously did not read my message, my previous message, so I messaged her and told her, look, I already messaged you about this, blah, blah, blah. I have until the 19th to give her a refund, so probably that on the 18th, Thursday, I will check the tracking, call eBay. eBay is supposed to be giving Houston area sellers a break on late shipments because it was very, very difficult to get my packages out, and I'll talk about that on my live stream. But just even with this mistake that they made at the post office, I don't think our post office still has power, and this is Monday, a week ago, right, that it hit. I don't believe our post office still has power. So, you know, they're going to have to give me a break on this return or this refund as well. I'm not refunding this buyer until the last possible moment. So they should extend it. I believe this person lives in Vermont, so it's probably going to get scanned either today or tomorrow in another location. Hopefully it's not just sitting somewhere in a dark post office. And you know, they did the best they could. And on Saturday, I talked to my mail carrier, who I love and adore, and I let him know. I said, you know, the packages scanned backwards yesterday, and he's like, well, I scanned them, and you know, my scanner's correct, and I don't doubt that, but somewhere between the time he scanned and it getting to the post office, which did not have much of an internet signal, it got reversed, and it's not his fault, and I wasn't getting on to him. I just want to let him know that that happened, because he looked at his scanner, and he's like, it says, you know, received, and I haven't changed the settings. So, my main issue that I had over the time of the hurricane, well, we didn't have internet or Wi-Fi, and so I had to go down to Verizon and get my hotspot extended to 100 gigabytes. And they said that would probably last me about, I don't know, 25 days. I used all of my hotspot from 3:30 p.m. on Monday to Wednesday morning. All of my hotspot. That was a 5 gigabyte hotspot. And that just wasn't going to cut it. And it said I was going to reset on Friday, but still back to 5 gigabytes. That was not going to work. So I was, you know, in between hotspot. I had to put my phone outside on the patio to even get any type of cell signal at all. And somewhere in between there, every single day I end my promoted listings, all right? And I wait 45 minutes, and then I set them again. Well, that day was the day of the hurricane, I believe. If it wasn't, it was the day after. And I ended my promoted listings and then waited 45 minutes and then thought I set them. And when I went to set them, the page looked totally different. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but they've totally redone the promoted listings page. They've changed the words, you know, the verbiage and everything on it, and it didn't look the same. So I'm like, okay, what the heck is going on here? So I did it as best I could, you know, tried to set the promoted listings, but whenever I would try to do that, it said I only had like 3 items that qualified for promoted listings. And I'm like, I know I ended them, you know, I ended them like over an hour ago. And then when I would go to my active listings page, it would say you have 4,000 items promoted and 3 that are not, you know. And then I would go to the 3 to promote them, and then it would show all 4,300 items that I could choose from. It was crazy. And then on my screen on promoted listings page, it said items promoted 0. For 2 days, it promoted like 1,000, 1,200. The next day, maybe 100, and then 0, 0, 0. That doesn't add up to 4,300 items. So I knew something was messed up, and I was freaking out, because when you go to my traffic, and I'll probably talk about this on my live stream, when you go to my traffic, you can clearly see those days where I had hardly any traffic at all, and hardly any sales at all. And I mean, it was just pathetic. So I was watching someone, I don't know who it was, and they were talking about they were all having the same issues. So I just tried to chill out, let it do its thing, and gradually, I believe all but 3 or 4, a couple times it said I had 100 that needed to be promoted. I don't know. Gradually, I have more promoted now than not, and so I'm good with that. But my problem is my sales are starting to kind of go down a little bit, and I want to end my promoted listings and restart them, and I'm scared to. So give me a comment below, please, if this was going on with you last week, because it was frustrating, and it had nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with the situation in Texas. That was an eBay issue. All right, so now I'm on my way to my honey hole. Last week I got, I think, 78 items. I was going to show you. I had a lot of great items. Didn't get to go live. So hopefully today I will get some really good items. I don't know if I'm allowed to film in there. And to be honest with you, with my arthritis, it's going to be very difficult to hold the phone and record. So probably what I'll do is I'll just show you my counter at the end, how many I got, show you the cart. And yeah, I wish I could. Once I get my GoPro, maybe. Like I said, I don't know how they would feel about me filming in there, so I'll just have to see. Okay, I'm at the thrift store. They have no power. 1 week after the hurricane, they have no power. So they're closed. And the items that I'm going to be photographing today are the last of last week's haul. So, what do you do in this situation when you are out of inventory? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I have a few appliance parts that I can list this week. Just a very few. And a couple of them I think I already have. And I'm just going to have to add the quantity to that listing. Mainly a Dash egg cooker. But I did get a KitchenAid set of attachments. And I think I have one other small appliance that I can part out. That's it. So what I will do is do like I always do. I will just be taking inventory all week. I will finish my straight leg section, and then I will go to the next section. Typically, I start with a section that hasn't been selling for a while, and then after I inventory those items, the items start selling again. I sold quite a few straight leg items this weekend. Okay, another thing I could do is I could go back on Wednesday for 25-cent day, but I don't really want to do that. Number one, I wanted to go live with you guys that morning, and number two, it's stressful as hell. For those of you watching my channel, sometimes I cuss, sorry. It's so stressful on 25-cent day because they have only 1/4 of the store open, but like triple the people shopping. So there's no shopping carts. I bring my own shopping cart. It's wall-to-wall people, and to try to get to the checkout is crazy. You can't see the clothes because everybody's lined up in the aisles where you're trying to shop. So I have a feeling that I will just make do with what I have, inventory, and I don't think I'm going to do any more jeans this week after I do the straight leg, because I don't want to be putting up jeans constantly, because I have over 200 pairs of jeans to add, and I need to add some tops and things like that. So I'll probably do one of my pattern sections or one of my color sections. I don't know. All right, so now it's back home to do something else. Okay, I'm back home. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray these clothes that are hung up with this fabric refresher. I get it at the Dollar Tree, and it's linen scent. And then what I'm going to do is show you a couple of my favorite items that are here. Okay. I've sold this in the past. This is a Quacker Factory, and I apologize for the light. It's either too dark or too bright. I can't get it correct today. It's grommets on it with rhinestones, and it is a 1X. I've sold it before. It's a really beautiful top. And then I found this item called Maria Gabrielle, and I have been trying to do comps on this, and I can't find it anywhere. And it's a really pretty button-up rust red green plaid, and then I don't know if you can see it, but they've got like oak leaves all over it. I don't know how much I'm going to price it for because I don't have any comps. I found this really pretty Lands' End 1X cardigan, and they look like polka dots, but they're actually squares. And I got a Catherine's 5X sleep top for Christmas, Believe in Your Elf. A really cool pajama top, Nightmare Before Christmas, What Wonderful Nightmare. And this is a 2X. And I have been looking for this piece all summer, and I finally found one, a Torrid swimsuit. These sell for good money, and it should sell really quickly because I take lots of offers. So it's a 4X. So this won't stick around very long. I was so excited when I found it. And another one of my favorites is a Southern Stitch Extra Large. It's an Easter t-shirt. It says He is Risen. A really pretty brown, super soft knits, fit and flared Torrid dress, and it's a size 3X. Got another Grinch shirt. And then this pair of jeans right here, I was going to keep them for myself. They're just really cool. They are by Denim 24/7. They're a black and gray animal print or camouflage, and they're cropped. So I'm still on the fence about that. I don't have anything like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is give these a quick steam, and then I have to run up to CVS. All right, now I'm on my way to CVS because we have heart medication for Finn there that we have been trying to get for over a week. And someone told us yesterday that CVS is now open. So Jania drove up there and come to find out they're on a generator, and so they can't take credit or debit cards. And hold on, I got a tree truck behind me. Got construction people all down the street, tree trucks, and a remodeling. It's crazy in this neighborhood. Anyway, so she went up there and their window was broken from the storm. So she had to go inside, and when she went inside to the pharmacy, they said they're running on a generator and they don't take credit or debit cards. And she didn't have any cash because her second stop was going to be the bank. So I'm going up to CVS to get a birthday card, a thank you card, and a couple other things, and Finn's medication, and I've got cash now. So that's what I'm doing. This day has not turned into what I thought it was going to be. We have to be flexible as resellers when we have other things going on in our life, right? And that's what this vlog is supposed to be showing you. But you just have to pivot when things happen. And also, I lost some of the footage that I did this morning, and it wasn't anything real exciting, but the files got corrupted, and it was from my phone, and I don't know why. I could watch it on my phone just fine, but putting it into my editor, it just kept stalling, and so I just said, you know, that's okay. It wasn't meant to be on this vlog. Okay, another issue. Got to CVS. It is 11:07 a.m. Jenya was just up here about 30 minutes ago, and there's a sign on the door that says, doors closed until 11:30 a.m. Don't know what's going on. I kind of knocked on the door, and the guy said, no, I don't know if their doors aren't working now, and they can't open the doors. So, guys, we have to be so flexible. Luckily, CVS is not far from our house, but it's just the little things that get really irritating. And we're going to talk about on my next live stream how Centerpoint Energy really dropped the ball on this town. There are people who are suffering right now. They are hot, the elderly, animals. It's just ridiculous. And yeah, people are going up to the door right now and they're mad. You can tell they're mad. We've been waiting for over a week. This medication is very, very important to the survival of our dog. And if we go a couple more days, we will be out, and then we will have to find this medication somewhere else, which is very difficult to do. And the other thing is that the energy map that says, you know, what's out, what's not, is not correct. So, you know, you drive yourself silly driving around Houston trying to find something that has power when it says it has power and it doesn't. And calling usually doesn't do any good because these people are so overworked. They're not, you know, they don't have enough staff. People are at home dealing with energy issues, and you know, calling very rarely works. Just because they don't answer the phone doesn't mean they're not open. And it's just been so frustrating. But we just have to smile through it and just say, hey, you know, everything's cool. Everything's cool. So now I'm going to go back home and add some items to my drafts and cross this on Poshmark. I have a Poshmark auction going on right now. I'm currently running 3 silent auctions a day, and that's because of you guys, because you have been using my referral code to Posh Sidekick, and I'm getting extra auction points. So I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. If you want my referral code, please message me or comment below, and I'll give you my referral code because I don't know it by heart. And so I'm running 3 auctions a day, which I think is helping me a little bit with sales, but not a whole lot. And so after I do that, then I'm going to start inventorying. I may even take photos today. I wasn't going to, but I may go ahead and take photos, and we'll see. Okay, I finished adding photos to all those drafts. I photographed those 25 items, and I think I added photos to 2 of those. Stopping for now to take a nap. I typically do this around 3 o'clock, but I just had something happen to me that, I don't know, upset me. I don't know. For those of you who are new to my channel, I have OCD, and things stick in my head, and I just can't get rid of them. So what I'm getting ready to tell you right now, you're probably going to go, oh, Beth, let it go. It's no big deal. But as a person who has obsessive compulsive disorder, sometimes it's hard to let these things go. And I find that if I talk about them right away, and I talk about them several times to different people, that I don't know where I'm looking at the camera. I don't know if I'm looking at that dot or not. If I talk about it over and over again, then it'll eventually leave. So I'm going to tell you what happened, and I follow Without a Crystal Ball, and it's a, I don't want to say trash channel, but you know, it's all about reality TV and her opinion on different episodes, different characters, and she covers Sister Wives. And her video today was about Robin and Cody Brown's daughter, and it was something like Robin and Cody Brown's daughter pregnant, question mark, hint at possible motherhood. And she was saying that this daughter was, he created a new Pinterest board about motherhood and was pinning things about, you know, what you should do, how you should raise your children, things like that. And could she possibly be pregnant? She didn't know, but, you know, what are your thoughts below? So below I put, well, I started a grandmother or grandchildren Pinterest board years before I became a grandmother, just saying. And she replied back to me, I wanted you to know that when someone says just saying, I find it to be rude. So now that's stuck in my head. This person thinks I'm rude. I didn't mean to be rude. I was just saying, you know, just because someone opens a Pinterest board about motherhood doesn't really mean that they're hinting at motherhood. So I don't know. I'm getting that out there. I'm going to go take a nap for an hour, hour and 15 minutes, rest my eyes, get up, and start inventorying the rest of my straight leg section for about an hour. I won't get done with it. I'm only in like, I think I'm at 165 right now, and I've got over 200. So I've got about 80 more to go. Okay, it's the end of my day. I ended up sleeping 2 hours instead of 1 hour. So I did not get any inventorying done. So the purpose of this vlog was sometimes things change, sometimes your day goes topsy-turvy. So I don't have, maybe I have 30 drafts ready to go live, if that many. Tomorrow I have to go to the office. And also with regard to the comment on Without a Crystal Ball, several people have replied to Katie Joy that I wasn't being rude. So hopefully I can just let this go out of my head in the next few days or so and not obsess about it. And also, if you know somebody who has obsessive compulsive disorder, they might want to check out my podcast called Around and Around the OCD Circle. It is available on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and YouTube as well. So I'm going to leave you with the sales that I've made today so far. So far I've grossed $178.17 on eBay. I have not made any sales on Poshmark today. That is 1.2% up over the last 31 days and 0.6% up over last month. I did sell a Chaps men's shirt for $26.99, but it's not showing up in my solds. It's not showing up as a waiting payment. So I guess that's one of those that got caught up in the will still be for sale and until you pay or someone else pays. I don't know. But here are the sales for today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure that you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and leave me a comment below if you'd like to see more vlogging. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you on my next live stream. Bye.